Over the past 4 years, I've been working on my dream game in the Unity game engine. In this devlog, I'll take you on a journey and share my progress. Let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Anu, the sole developer of Eons Away, a turn-based RPG I've been creating in Unity for the past 4 years. My aim is to deliver old-school RPG magic in a new indie jacket, and I am excited to share my progress with you all. Before we dive into the game, let me share a bit about myself. I'm a front-end developer from the Netherlands and have a passion for coding and design. During the day, I work at a digital agency in Amsterdam, but when I'm off the clock, you'll often find me in my studio, making music. In 2019, I felt the need for a new challenge, so I decided to take on learning a new programming language called C#. I figured if I wanted to learn C#, why not do it while creating a game? It was the perfect chance to combine my passions into one project. Since I've always loved playing games, the idea of bringing my own game to life got me incredibly excited. So that's where this journey started. In Eons Away, you follow the story of Eris, who embarks on a quest to save the world. Along the way, you'll encounter challenges that require you to grow stronger, recruit new allies, and form pacts with summonable creatures. As players progress through the game, they will uncover secrets about the world and ultimately discover the root of the corruption that has befallen it. In 2019, when I began working on Eons Away, I had no real experience in game development. Nonetheless, I dove headfirst into my first project. I watched tutorials to familiarize myself with game development in Unity. Basic concepts like getting a character to move and making simple animations were big challenges at the time, but I was eager to learn. Initially, I had a lot of ideas for the game I wanted to make. I wanted to create a turn-based RPG featuring creature taming, crafting, base building, farming, multiple worlds you can travel to, and a trading card minigame. However, after thinking about it for a while, I realized it's unrealistic for me to achieve as a solo developer. So I went back to my main goal, creating a turn-based RPG. In early 2020, I drew this mock-up for the game, and I was instantly hooked. I figured this would be a great fit for a 2.5D game, where the sprites are 2D but move around in a 3D space. And after playing around with this in Unity, I knew I had to make this game a reality. So I began by setting clear goals and continued to learn more about game development. And after several months of development, I successfully implemented a simple turn-based combat system. With a basic combat system in place, I wanted to create a visually appealing concept level. So I started creating new assets, added some particle effects, played around with the lightning, and added some post-processing. It's quite a challenge to juggle my job in this passion project, so making it look nice and fun helped me stay motivated and excited about the project. Next, I worked on redoing the animations using Unity's 2D animation tool. It took me a while to create a running cycle that I was happy with, but eventually I settled on something that looked good enough. I then added new features to the game, including a shop, a saving feature, an inventory system, more levels, and a main menu. With these features in place, I achieved my first big goal, creating a playable level. However, it was all very basic, and I wanted to make the game more unique and exciting. In 2021, I decided to introduce a new battle mechanic that revolves around encountering corrupted opponents, which must be defeated to be cleansed. While exploring, you'll encounter these ominous blobs known as shadow spawn, which can harbor one or more corrupted creatures within. When you approach the shadow spawn, the creatures inside will emerge and attack you. Your task is to reduce their corruption bar to 0, thereby cleansing their corruption and setting them free. Once all opponents have been cleansed, you have the choice to set them free, eliminate them, or even establish a pact with them. More info about that later on. When fighting corrupted opponents, players must be cautious because their allies can also become corrupted. Underneath the health bar is a corruption bar that can increase when being attacked. When the corruption bar of an ally reaches 100%, the combatant becomes corrupted and turns on their allies, disregarding any command. Their appearance will gradually change, becoming increasingly ominous in appearance. Cleansing your party's corruption is limited to the game's hub area and cannot be performed while exploring other locations. This mechanism encourages players to switch out characters and develop new strategies, instead of repeatedly relying on the same party and abilities, but we will see how this pans out in the long run. I was really happy with the progress I made, but I also recognized the importance of getting feedback from others. This motivated me to conduct my first playtesting round in 2022. I created a Steam store page and hosted the playtest through Steam's playtesting feature. Seeing others play and enjoy my game was a thrilling experience. It's incredible how much insight you can gain by watching someone else play your game. I gathered valuable feedback, allowing me to fix bugs and rework some mechanics. Many new changes have been made to the game since then. For instance, battles no longer transport you to a different scene, resulting in quick and seamless transitions between battles and exploration. I've also added some new enemies and elemental abilities. This makes each battle more engaging and fun. To unlock new abilities, players must collect skill runes by defeating enemies and bosses. Speaking of bosses, I've added my first one to the game. Right now, it's just a more powerful version of a regular enemy, but I plan on giving it a unique battle mechanic to make it truly challenging. If you have any suggestions for boss mechanics, please share them in the comments. An alternative method to unlock new abilities is through the Soul Pact mechanic. Once you've successfully cleansed all corruption from enemies, you can choose to create a Soul Pact. This pact allows you to summon the creature in battles and unleash a unique attack. This is a great way to expand your attack options and gain an edge in combat. Soul Pact isn't limited to regular enemies. You can even form pacts with bosses. However, summoning bosses for an attack requires your soul charge bar to reach the max. You can fill up the soul charge bar by defeating enemies and cleansing corrupted creatures along your journey. To spice it up even more, I added a mood system that can cause cleansed opponents to become angry, happy, scared, or confused. When an opponent becomes angry, it becomes stronger and will keep attacking. And if an opponent is scared, it's likely to flee. Confused opponents are easier to tame, and happy opponents will leave an additional item for the player. I have also been dedicating time to improving the game's UI. One of the most significant changes is implementing a book-like appearance for the menu that complements the game's overall aesthetics. While there is still much to be done, I think this change is a massive improvement. There is still a lot to figure out before setting everything in stone, so I will leave it as is for now. My goals for the upcoming months are adding new animations, further improving the UI, and adding bits of the story. When this is all in place, I will start a new playtesting round. For any updates on that, join the Eons Away Discord. If you have any ideas or suggestions on how to improve Eons Away, please let me know in the comments below. Your input and feedback are incredibly valuable to me, and with your help, I can create the best game possible. I'm thrilled to keep working on Eons Away. I hope this devlog inspires others who may hesitate to pursue their passions due to a lack of experience or knowledge. With the right mindset and a willingness to learn, anything is possible. Thank you for sticking around until the end. If you're interested in Eons Away, don't forget to add it to your wish list. I'll be sharing more in-depth progress in my upcoming devlog videos, so make sure to stay tuned for more exciting updates. Thanks for your support, and see you next time.